The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us today on the Real Estate House Party.
Woo!
I can always, you know how Bill Belichick decides if he's going to have a good game or not?
Yeah.
Is when practices go well. And we've done a lot of prep time for this show, and I think from what
our pre-show meeting was just
was
off the
yeah,
hook.
you know, I felt really good, really
I was having a
comfortable.
hard time taking all the information in.
I know,
It was
I know,
moving
but you did a
along
good job.
quickly.
Yeah,
I
we-
thought today was Monday, so
Yeah, we threw a lot of information out to you during the pre-prep show, and you took it all in.
Yeah, I'm
and-
gonna try to
and
do my
gave your own
best.
Sure.
suggestions, and we tweaked a lot of things, and here we are today.
All right.
I
Good.
think
Yeah,
we
it's
did a
good
lot.
to be
You're
back.
good. We
Yeah,
missed
I'm
you last
fine.
week.
Yeah, sorry. I had
That's
to go
okay.
see my daughter in New York, and
but that trumps
you gotta
the real
yeah,
estate
do
house
that.
party.
You gotta be
You gotta
a
do
dad.
that.
No, yeah, you
gotta
gotta
be a
you
dad,
do
you
you,
know,
Tony.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that,
we
you
had a
don't, you
nice
can't take
meal.
time off from being a dad just because you have a real estate house
No,
party to think about. You know,
no.
Oh, I'm gonna miss the real estate house party next week.
No.
Yeah,
where are you going?
Who are you going to see?
I'm going to Napa Valley.
Oh, to wine country.
Yep,
That's odd.
it's a. What's so odd about that?
No, nothing. He didn't mean that. You're reading into that.
No, it's on
I
my.
just meant an odd choice for this time of year. That's all.
It's a bucket list.
Yeah. All right.
So yes, off I go.
Yeah.
right, good.
Your bucket list is to drink wine. When'd you knock that off?
In wine country. Yeah, of course. Anyone can drink wine on their couch.
Okay.
To drink it right at the source.
I want to see how it's made.
Yeah, of course.
Can't you go to New Hampshire for that? They have one in New Hampshire. That, yeah.
I know.
Right?
I know.
I think we've been there.
Yeah, but
right?
we have been.
yeah.
I haven't.
Joe
been there.
Yannetti got married.
Joe
there.
Yannetti got married
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
I heard it wasn't really good wine. I'm not going to name
I don't
any
know. I don't know.
wineries.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
Right.
Wait, if Kathy's not here, does that mean replacement Kathy's coming back?
I hope not. I was very,
People are still horrified
creepy.
about that.
Yeah,
I was very, very confused. I was like,
Well,
You think
So
you
were
were?
we.
You should have seen Tony.
Yeah. Well,
Tony had to look at himself the whole
I'm
show.
always confused.
Yeah,
And that
that-
just
that
put
put you
me
over
over
the
I
the
go,
top.
who is that guy?
Right.
That was Tootie.
I go, I hate you all. I'm texting her, texting you. I'm like,
yeah.
are you guys really for real?
No, I know. But Tootie had a lot of input in that
Yeah.
whole show there.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't a lot of back talk and
Okay. I get the hint.
all right.
Fat, not deaf.
I know. And we also have you. I'm not sure if we've officially signed you up, but we're going to have you at one of our continuing ed classes in June.
June 20th?
at the Boatport.
Yeah, Boatport, yeah.
And you know what?
Beautiful there.
Everyone's calling in and say they want to go as long as Tony's teaching.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
These
yeah.
poor people.
Yeah.
These poor
poor people. I feel bad for
You know, when we started this, the delineation was very clear. We had a comedian and a paralegal very good on real estate. Seems like
What's very good mean?
No, really.
well, what
Exceptional.
Exceptional.
No, yeah. Well,
But
but
now-
you guys are so good, it just seeps into me. It's
I know.
not like I know anything
And you're seeping.
more.
And I know my joke's not that funny, but I think
but
I'm
yeah,
funny.
Seems like
You are.
our lines are morphing a little bit,
Yeah.
here, which I don't have a problem with that at all, though.
Because
so.
Rick secretly wanted to be a comedian growing up.
Yeah.
Not secretly.
Oh,
No.
Pretty openly. That's why he started hanging around with us.
That's right.
I know, and he hangs around with me because I laugh at every
Yeah,
single
That's
thing
right.
he
That's
says.
right. That's right. That's right. So,
I'm a good friend.
yeah, exactly. So, someone asked me the other day. I told you
Yeah.
where they were having me. It was a real rush close, and they said, "Well, just put Tony on it. He should be able to get it." Len Edgley.
Oh,
yes.
I get it, yeah.
Yeah,
Or Len
exactly.
dumped me pretty quickly.
Yeah.
huh?
Oh yeah. That's what I say. It's kind of morphing of who does what there. But
At first, he wanted just me to do his stuff, and
Right.
then he had Rick, as backup, and now he just wants Tony.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
All right,
Pecking
Len.
order's different.
That's the lineage.
Call Tony about your closing.
Good luck on your figures.
I'll straighten you right out.
It's 1-800 call Tony.
I owe how much? Well, we ballpark it a lot more around
Yeah.
here now. So I thought we'd do today because we're getting a lot of follow-up questions from our listeners. We're getting a lot of listeners now, I think.
Well, I got to say, the short clip things.
Oh, yeah.
Are
catching
amazing.
on.
Yeah.
So shout out to Lindsay
Yeah,
Sabatelli.
she's doing a great job.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is. She's a smart girl.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Chrissy sends her our link, and then so
And
then
she
chops
takes
them
the
up
best.
and-
chops them up,
Yeah,
and
looks great.
exactly.
Yeah.
One of
Makes
the best
us-
ones was your happy birthday one. That was good.
That was a good. That was.
Whose birthday is it today? We're going back.
I don't know.
He's got the big hat on. I don't know how to figure that one out there. No, that was a good
When
one.
the judge goes, can I ask you another question?
Can I ask you one more question?
Did you open for Bill Burr? Yes, I did.
yes, you-
You are dismissed.
So we got a bunch of follow-up questions from our initial questions. So I think
Okay.
you guys should be able to handle these
All right,
very well.
good.
Well,
ready.
we had a huge pre-game conference.
Yeah,
so
exactly. We've went
I'm-
over a lot
I'm
of these.
feeling
so,
good.
So none of
I'm
these are
feeling
real
good.
big surprises to
Right.
either one of you. And
Right.
yep, look at she's poring over her notes right now to see
Oh,
what
I'm
comes
getting
over.
so nervous.
I know. So one is we've talked about some of the stuff, but then it sounds like we need to elaborate some of these. One is if a boyfriend girlfriend are buying a house together.
Bad idea.
Okay,
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Bad idea. There are ideas. There are good ideas, and then there's really bad ideas.
Yeah.
That's a really bad idea.
It's always a great idea at the time.
Yeah.
but
We shouldn't really say that.
No, no. Why?
Have we ever seen one that worked out?
Right.
Yes.
Really? We seem to get a lot. These seem to be a lot of our calls. Well, now what do we do?
Right.
The relationship.
We
didn't
told
work
you
out.
not to do it, and
Right,
now you're
right,
calling us?
right,
No,
right.
only kidding. We're only kidding.
You learn to swim before you get on a boat.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple.
There you
that's
go.
that's life. Yeah.
We're done for the day.
That's it.
All right, thank you, everyone.
That's enough of a clip. I'll be in the back smoking if you need me.
No, so what they should do is, first of all, they're going to see how they're going to own the property. So there's a few ways in Massachusetts how we can own property, right?
Yep.
I believe
There
joint
are,
tenant,
yep.
tenants in common.
Yep.
What's the difference between those two?
Tenants in common, if a boyfriend and girlfriend, they're not married or anything, are buying the house and they buy it tenants in common, if something happens to the boyfriend, his immediate heirs will get his interest in the property.
Okay.
And vice versa.
Right.
If you buy it as joint tenants, if something happens to the boyfriend,
To one, yeah.
his interest automatically
Goes
goes to the girlfriend, and she'll own it 100%.
I see.
So if they're on some cruise together,
Right.
right, and someone gets thrown overboard,
Right.
you got to see how the deed's set up.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Well, there's probably other problems.
So you
Like,
have
that's
to know
probably
what
not-
you want out of it.
Right.
Right,
What, your,
exactly.
what
If it's
is
a
your
com-
intention?
You have to have a
It-
game plan, right?
Right. If it's a committed
you-
relationship
Yeah.
and it's
and if you have small children
yeah,
or children,
or any children.
yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
You
their
would want it to
size.
go.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
is
their
that a
size. They
requirement?
could be small. They could be medium size. We don't.
Or
we're
large.
Not,
Well,
there's a
we're
chart.
not body shaming here.
No,
And there's a
children.
chart. If they're
Yeah.
this size, this is the answer.
Right.
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 If they're a little bigger,
Oh my God.
The size has nothing to do with
No.
it. If they're your
If
offspring.
you have children,
If they have the fruit of your loins.
y'all,
Yeah.
yes, and your intention would be to set them up if something
Right.
ever happened to you, you would
Right. As
clearly
opposed-
take it as joint tenant. I mean, as tenants,
tenants
in
in
common,
common.
and not
joint
tenants.
tenants.
so if they go by tenants in common, they better make sure they have a will in place then, right?
Right.
Some sort of mechanism
Now,
in
will
place.
a will trump that 100% going to the other party?
It depends on how the will's worded.
Right.
So the answer from one of our divorce lawyers is it
For
depends.
the love of God, just marry the woman and get a house. This is, what?
So if they do marry, that's a good point. So,
Right.
so what
if
would they be?
They would be husband and wife tenants by the entirety.
Which
Right.
means it automatically goes to the other spouse.
The other spouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You don't have to spell it out.
If it's a second marriage,
Yeah.
and again you have children, and it doesn't matter what size
No,
they are.
no. The size
if
of the
you're
children
still,
does not
if you don't
matter.
want your interest in the property to
Right.
go to your spouse,
Right.
second spouse,
Your second spouse.
you make sure to take tenants in
Right.
common so that your children will still
Right.
get what you brought
Right.
into that
Right.
house.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
as tenants in common, you can also give different interests, too.
Yeah. So if-
it could
if
be
he-
60-40, could
if
be
they were
30-50.
put-
So you could give some to the kids and some to the
No,
second
no, no.
spouse? Or?
If if say we were putting in $100,000 and the girlfriend was putting in 70 and the boyfriend was putting in 30,
yeah.
we could take it that I get a 70% interest in the property and he gets a 30% interest in the property.
But then once you get married, that's 50-50.
Well, if you change the getting married is not going to change how you hold the deed.
It doesn't.
No.
Nope. Okay.
So that's, that's a good point because then you'd want to change the deed.
Right.
If you then end up getting married, because you get advantages in Massachusetts.
But if you take it as joint tenants, it's not going to change the deed. I mean, because still if you die, it automatically. But what Rick's trying to say is this automatic homestead.
Yeah.
Rights to a married spouse.
Okay.
So, and with that,
I know it sounds like it's that it's very straightforward.
No, but this is very important information.
The other thing you should do too is kind of put a little roadmap together in case one wants to get out of the deal. What happens if one doesn't die, but one wants to get out of the deal, but one wants to keep the house? So there should be an agreement put together saying, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get 3 estimates on how much it is. I'm going to pay you X amount based on those estimates, and we're going to call it a day. But it's never that easy. No, because in this day and age, the interest rate, if they bought it in during COVID, which everyone thought getting a dog and buying a house during COVID were great ideas.
Sure.
But now they're breaking up, and the girlfriend wants to stay in the property, but she can't afford
to buy
she got hers and the 2%.
Right.
And if they're going to refinance to get her
it's
out of
double,
it.
or over double.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a problem.
So then you should call our friend John Maroney, because even if it's not divorce related, it is separation of assets. Yes.
Yeah.
And then what happens to that? Because they're both signed on the note, it gets very complicated.
Yes.
So
So
you want to have a
Don't
roadmap.
go into this stuff lightly.
No.
Oh God, no! It's not. It's not that easy.
Hey, I got a good idea. Let's buy a house. All right. It shouldn't be done that that quickly.
Right.
The
the best way to do it is to buy the house in the girlfriend's name only.
Only, right.
And make sure the boyfriend signs the note.
Listen to you from the female perspective. No. Put a disclaimer on there right now. There.
Oh, all right. Trigger warning.
Wrong info.
Bling, bling, bling,
Well,
bling.
I thought that's what you told me in the prep.
That's
you misconstrued.
Hey, what's an adjustable rate note? Anyone? Because I do get that one. Someone's had their coffee. Okay, go ahead. Because believe it or not, I get brokers calling me saying, "Can you remind me again what an adjustable rate is?" Because adjustable rate notes are very prevalent now, right?
And the reason they're prevalent is because you can get a lower interest rate than the fixed rate at this point.
I see. But if that goes up, you're on the hook for that.
Right.
So that's a good point because everyone thinks, an adjustable rate, all adjustable rates are the same.
They are absolutely not the same.
Of course, everyone knows
There's like a 5-1.
That is common knowledge, my friend.
But the thing is, if you, again, you have to know your game plan.
Yes.
So if you are staying in the plan on staying in the property for less than 5 years, you'd sign up for a 5-1 ARM, which is a 5-1 adjustable rate.
Right.
So what is a 5-1 ARM?
It means that, say you get like 3.8, 3.875.
Right.
For 5 years, it stays fixed for 5 years.
But after the 5 years, it
and
can
then
go up.
It reverts back to
whatever the rate is at the time.
Yes.
Now, if it goes down, does it go down?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
But that's wishful thinking.
But you bet that's a bet.
It's a bet.
Usually the way it's factored in is it's always going to pretty much go up because it takes the margins, not to get real convoluted, but
that's going to be too convoluted.
Yeah, we should,
so anyway, you should
we
know
get some of this stuff on FanDuel, where you could actually bet on rates.
I like
whether the couple's going to stay together. You could parlay it.
Yeah, I like
have a parlay bet.
Do you guys think you're going to stay together less than 5 years?
What's the over-under?
The
over-under on how long you're going to stay together, how long you're going to own the house,
Yeah.
how big your kids are going to be.
Right. Because that will factor
in how long you stay around.
I mean,
if you're feeding giant kids, you're going to want out the door.
Well, if they're not yours.
Not yours,
Now,
right. If you inherited the kids.
Can we have have prop bets too on over and under and how long the first dance is and things like that?
Sure.
You know how they have, like the national anthem
Right,
when they
right.
do that, they have over and
Right.
under on that.
Yeah.
You want to do something like that?
Yeah,
too?
something like that.
All right,
yeah.
let's get after the show. We'll get together and put
Yeah,
that
we'll
together.
put that-
So maybe
whole
for
thing.
everyone's like wedding day, you just put a bunch of prop bets.
Prop bets, right.
Over and under.
Right.
How long they're going to be
drunk,
married.
How drunk is the groom going to get?
Are they going to shove
Right.
cake in each other's
Right,
face?
Right.
Right. What's the over under on how many old girlfriends are at the wedding?
Yeah.
Who
know.
has some sort of extracurricular affair right
right.
beforehand? They said that's about 70%.
I saw something, and I
Yeah.
don't know where I
just
saw
saw
it,
that.
but right, and
Yeah.
the groom finds out that the bride has been cheating on him with his friends,
Yes.
right? So he obviously they're all coming to the wedding, and he stands up to and he said, if anybody has a silver star underneath their chair, please stand up. So 200 people are looking under their chair, and
Yeah.
who's standing up but the five guys that
the girlfriend is.
and the girl's starting to like freak out, like
Sweat, yeah.
like the first guy
Where's
stands
this
up,
going?
and the
Sure.
she knows exactly where it's going.
Right.
I don't know if it's a true story or not, but it was
Right.
kind of
That
cool.
is very
But anyway,
Right.
It's not kind of Oprah Winfrey type
There
of
was
thing, huh?
there was I think an Instagram or a TikTok guy with, the wedding. They're taking the wedding photo,
Yeah.
and they go, okay, just the groomsmen. All right, now the entire wedding party. Now everyone who slept with the bride. Right?
Same amount of people.
Same amount of people.
the entire all the groomsmen.
Right.
Everyone can just stay put.
And then eventually it was a woman photographer. She gets in the picture.
Oh my God,
that's good.
What
That's
would we
good.
do without Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Very
know,
funny.
I know.
Yep.
I've been seeing all those lately. I see the one. Well, I know we're digressing a little bit, but they have. My brother-in-law was showing me one where this weightlifter picking up hundreds and hundreds of pounds. He goes into this gym, and all the muscle heads are doing it, and he's dressed up as a custodian.
Oh,
so he
right.
just walks around and he just picks the thing up and brings
Puts
it
it
somewhere else,
away.
and they're like. You guys see
Don't
that one.
underestimate.
No, understand. Okay, so adjustable rate could be 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, or even like a
10-year,
10-year.
yep.
Exactly, and then it's all based on. So we won't get real technical, but they have margins. So
So make sure you understand the terms of your
Right,
adjustable
exactly,
rate, because it's not
Wow.
all hunky dory.
Right.
Make sure you understand what you're getting into.
Right.
And
Right.
have yourself a good team to explain all
There
this
you
to you.
go.
Because the common person doesn't know all
No.
this.
You got
know.
Yeah, you definitely have to. I don't know why buyers don't call that mortgage guy right off the bat.
Right.
Right.
You don't even know how much you qualify for.
Right.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
You know, you get a
And
situation.
they can't, and some buyers can't distinguish between what's a loan officer problem, a lender
Yeah.
problem, an attorney problem, or a broker problem. So they're spouting off to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell you.
I
You
don't-
pick
yeah.
that loan officer. I can help you get to the bottom of it, but my first call would be to my loan officer
Yeah.
to explain
Yeah,
things
of
to me.
course.
Now,
And don't, you shouldn't make a decision based on the fact that you're getting laid a lot.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
That's going to be the title
Yeah.
of our show today.
I mean, because that's how that happens.
Right.
all
Guy.
right, elaborate.
Well,
He's getting late, so he's like, let's buy a house.
And the woman says, "Let's buy a house together." He goes, "Absolutely. we'll have a permanent place to have sex. That'll be great." And then 2 years in, you're going,
Yeah. I'm not even getting laid. Now I have a house.
Right, now I got a house.
Right.
And I got to go mow a lawn and
Paint the shutters.
and the sex
And
is stopped.
go pick up at a pumpkin
yeah.
in the middle of Super Bowl
Bowl, yeah.
Sunday.
So should there be like a trial process, maybe? Like you have it for 2 years and then you can get out of it?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And we could do an over-under on that, too.
Yeah,
We
sure.
do definitely an over and under on
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah, we've definitely had somewhere.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you get. I'm just saying, don't make decisions
All right, let me write
with
this down.
with any other part of your body but your brain.
I was going to say emotional decisions.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing
Yeah.
in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't
A
make
girl
any
view,
decisions
a girl view and a guy view.
Right.
based on you.
I'm so in love.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm getting
get
laid.
Right. We want it to be equal, but it's not.
No,
it's not.
no, 'cause
It's
we have
just not.
different brains.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we got to move on.
Oh, all right.
right.
So next one. Let's see. Some we get this a lot. Do I have to go to the closing?
Oh my God.
Of course you do.
OMG. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yeah,
gotta
of course
go.
you do.
Does my boyfriend have to go?
OMG. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Why can't I just sign it online?
Do you know we have some people having problems even signing these days? That a lot of these millennials, not to pick on
They
them,
don't have a signature.
They don't know how to endorse a check.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They
And they don't know how to.
They don't know cursive to begin
No
with.
cursive.
No.
No.
God, no.
Cursive.
God, no.
No.
What is
What
cursive?
is cursive?
No.
They don't know how to
My knuckles
how
are
to
red
address
from learning
and
cursive.
Yeah.
yeah from the
roller.
from the nuns.
Yeah, the nuns would beat me senseless.
I bet
because
they
had
did.
Terrible handwriting.
And did you get locked in the closet?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
I have a friend who got locked in the closet
Yeah.
at a school, and then there was a fire
No.
alarm,
Yeah.
and they
Left
left
him
him
in there, yeah.
in the closet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
That wouldn't go over well.
no,
Nowadays.
nowadays
now.
everybody
There'd
in
be a
that whole
lawsuit.
school would lose
Sure.
their job.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that is up there.
Right.
On negligence, yeah. Some
But
things
they
we
didn't
can,
care.
some things we can let go.
No, they didn't care. We didn't have car seats.
Car seats, no.
No.
We didn't.
No.
Like our parents smoked in the front seat, and
No.
you had the
I used-
window open in the
I
back.
used to drive
and
around on the top. They used to have that little grill on the top.
No,
there.
you
I
didn't.
did too. It's a story
Oh,
for
I
another day.
spent many a car trip in the back window.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, there was a shelf in the back where
Yeah.
the back window
Oh.
was, and I'd
yeah.
crawl up there and look out.
Yeah. And then my father would yell, "I told you not to open that window." Meanwhile, I'm burning to
Yeah,
death.
of course.
It was my fault. we had grass growing up in the back seat on the floor. My mother's like, "Don't step on the floors."
Get grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you drac in seed and there's a rug.
No, it's all rusted, and the
Oh.
only thing holding it together was the rug.
Rug.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be stepping on the floor.
Oh, I can. Yeah.
You could lift the rug and see the pavement.
I've had cars like
Yeah.
that.
Bought those.
Yeah.
Sometimes they came in.
Handy.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
your brother's friend
Story for another
yeah,
time.
that's a great
Got a
story.
lot of- we'll do that another one there. So, let's see. As a seller, should I go to a closing?
Absolutely not.
No.
No,
No.
you're done.
You're
Unless
done.
you
You're
don't have
done.
an attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really
Yeah,
should
no,
just
if
get
you
an
have a-
attorney for
'Cause
that
you know-
very reason.
The reason you don't want to go to a closing is because you don't want to blow it at the last
Right,
minute.
right.
If they start asking you questions and you're not
overselling
represented.
the sell.
Right, they've
You're
already signed,
You're already
yeah.
ready to close.
No, and then they start asking like, "We saw like a little mark,"
Oh, yeah.
and then the seller might say, "Oh, I'll come back and fix it."
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
You know, it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
At our seminars, we talk about this one where the 70-year-old brought her 40-year-old son who still lives in the house, which is fine. But at the end of the closing, the 40-year-old says, and this is the old days when everyone was there. We had the attorneys, the brokers, buyers, sellers,
everybody,
everyone
yeah,
was there.
sure.
And the 40-year-old son says, "Oh, you know, I just want everyone to know that I had the first option of buying this house, but I didn't want to buy it. I felt like the rooms were too small. There's a property line problem, and the neighbors drive me nuts." So imagine sitting there as a first time
buyer, right?
Right,
You're going, I just inherited this guy's nightmare.
Right.
But
So-
there's someone telling you all the reasons not to buy the house
Right.
when you had your heart set
Set
on
on
buying.
You
the house.
love the
So-
house. That's why you're buying it.
All right,
So-
here's a question for that seller. We gotta manage their expertise. We get this a lot too. Do I get my money right at the closing?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No.
Because
It's gotta
we
be
have a
held.
couple things that we need to do.
Sure, it's held for
You
a few
could
days.
actually come sign all your stuff.
Yeah.
We could deliver the deed, and whoever we deliver the deed to has an ethical responsibility to hold it in escrow
Right.
until all the funds have been received.
Yes.
You know, from the lender, the wire.
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
the buyer's funds have been received.
Yeah.
And then we need to record everything at the registry in Massachusetts.
Oh.
So
So it's not official till it's recorded.
Nope.
Right.
Right.
And then the wires will be initiated or the checks will be available.
Right.
And so that's how that
So
goes.
that
It could
comes
be
into
the-
play if you're going to buy a house.
Right, exactly.
after that,
Exactly.
right.
Right.
Exactly. And that's like some people forget to tell people that, or
Right.
they're so confused in the process they don't understand. Like we had one seller and buyer selling and buying, and their buy was like in a long list of we call them back-to-back closings.
Right.
Chain of events going on.
Yeah.
Right?
And our seller said to us, "Why is my closing?" No, the purchase. She goes, "Why is my closing last?"
She wanted to bump hers in front of 5 other people.
I said, "Because do you have any money? Like, don't you
No,
need
I'm
the
getting
money
that for
from
my
your-"
sale.
Yeah, but your sale's not happening until that
Right.
time, so that's why
That's
your
why
closing
yours is
is
last.
last.
Right.
So we got to manage
It's not
expectations.
a race. It's not a race.
Oh, so we had another
Not
one.
a race. It doesn't
No.
matter when you close. As long
well,
as
it
you
does,
close.
but
Right, but I mean the sequence does
you're
matter.
right.
Right.
But it's not like
But everybody involved in that back-to-back sequence
Right.
needs to be 100% like all hands on deck, right?
Sure.
If there's somebody that is not taking this as seriously as the rest of us,
Yeah.
Which is why we were a little shocked when one of the group said, I wonder if we've ever got our Title V certification on this. And it was like
my
the day of
God.
the closing. But that's a story for another
but
time. too.
so if you can avoid a back-to-back closing, I would highly suggest it.
that you
get
don't do that.
We know moving companies
Right.
that will hold your furniture or your belongings overnight. Go stay in a hotel, have a glass of wine, get a good night's sleep.
Right, relax.
And
Sure.
and let your sale go
Sure.
through, and then it's just very, very stressful.
Sure, go to the casino and bet your future.
Yeah.
Take all the proceeds
No,
from the house
please
and
don't
put
do
it.
that.
No, absolutely do it. Live
So-
a little. Live a little. You're gonna die.
Another reason you need to have a seller's attorney when you're selling, and I
Yep.
know we're beating a dead horse again and again and again,
okay.
but we had a client, I don't know when, but the day before the closing, we've been asking and asking and asking for, your loan account number that you're paying off, because we
Right.
need to get your payoff.
Sure.
We need your social securities. We need final water bill, final light bill in certain municipalities. And the day before the closing, they're like, why am I just hearing about this now?
Well, you're not. That's the answer. Yeah, you're
Good
not
point.
just hearing about it now.
And I said,
Good point.
You need, besides everybody, you need a me at the closing.
yeah.
Because I can say, look,
Yeah.
we've been telling you this for months. Because you're a nitwit, don't blame us.
We could be like stepbrothers. You could be sitting behind
Yeah,
Rick.
yeah.
And then, why am I just hearing about it? You go like this. This is
You're
not the first time.
No.
Idiot. I mean, no.
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
But
We need that.
so my point is that some people get very overwhelmed during this process, but Rick, so when I was hearing the one-sided conversation, I'm in the background yelling, there's no way this is the first time they're hearing
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
of course
And I
not.
went out on a limb because I didn't know anything about anything. And when one of my coworkers hung up the phone, I go, there's no way they didn't know about this
Right.
stuff. And so Rick went back through his emails. His seller letter and buyer letter leave nothing undone.
Yeah, but now you're assuming people read shit. That
Well,
comes in.
that's going to be my
right.
that's going to be
right.
my word of wisdom.
Yeah.
When
Read.
you're selling and
Yeah.
you're buying,
Right.
this stuff that's coming over to you is not junk. It's
Right.
This is
it's-
back to our M&M story.
Right.
This is
Read.
not junk. This is everything you need to do
do.
to get
Right.
in your new house.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
So I would say, please do not disregard our emails. And when we're emailing you, it means we need your attention.
Right. Yeah, we're not just checking in to say how.
No.
No, this is
No.
important information.
So, and every time something goes wrong in a closing,
it's your fault.
Oh yeah, it always is our
It's-
fault.
it's-
We've got
No, yours specifically.
No, I know.
No, it's you, Kathy.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
the problem.
I know.
Yes.
What is that? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Anyway,
Yeah.
so but then they make it. They're like, I didn't know anything about that. Well, let's not
It's
try
not
to
my
figure
fault.
out
You're an idiot.
whose fault it is.
Yeah.
Let's dig in
Let's
and
fix
get it done.
Sure.
So,
Let's not play the blame game.
And that's the
at
other
this point.
thing.
Sure.
We're all on the same team, even
Unless
the
it's
sellers.
your-
Right. You want the house to sell too.
Right.
Of
Right.
course.
Well, everybody does. The brokers want to get
Everybody
paid,
wants it,
and
yeah.
and the attorneys are working collectively
Right.
to get this done. We're all. There's not his side or their side or our side or
right.
It's,
goes
it's
back
collective.
to
It's
and
a
it-
collective
yes.
team.
And it goes back to nobody takes care of you the way you take care of you.
Right.
So you have to have skin in the game. You have to be an active participant in your own selling
Right.
of the house.
Right.
You got a lot of pearls of wisdom today.
Oh, I'm a genius. And it's overlooked.
You are.
It's
You are.
overlooked. It's overlooked.
Should we end on those pearls of wisdom?
are
I know
good.
we have a lot more.
Yeah.
but
So I feel like Tony's doing so well at this like question answer thing that I'm going to take next week off and let Tony just run with it. I'll watch
Thank
you guys
God.
and see how you do.
Thank God, it's about time.
I know. I know.
you deserve it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Cut it
No,
out.
you do. We're being very serious about this. No,
Are
you
they
just-
being serious, Chrissy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, you deserve it.
Where's Mr. Ed Sullivan? Who
Oh, Ed
thinks I should
Sullivan,
get
who's
10
this
weeks
original
off.
guy. I know. No.
He says, I don't
I
know
know.
why you like 8 weeks off, or you,
You know-
just settle for 8
Oh,
weeks.
you
I'll
have
be
to-
honest with you. I'd be very happy with the 10 now.
10 would be a
Yeah, it'd be a cutback.
That's great. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I
No.
had a couple closings to wrap up before I hop on a plane, but
I know. I know.
so you shouldn't have said that. That was
No,
very
sure.
premature of you.
Yeah, don't.
Oh,
Wait till
don't
she does her
poke the
work.
beer.
No,
All
no.
right.
No, she has to go.
All right.
And up the gross national product of Napa Valley.
All right.
I have to go.
We're going to miss the paralegal extraordinaire, Kathy Holtshouser. Thanks for joining us for today.
You're very welcome.
And Tony V, thanks you for the pearls of wisdom. We've written all these down. They're going to be hashtags for this week.
Well, Tony could probably do my job next week.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Well,
No, I'll go in.
we'll try.
I'll go in as much as you do.
Thanks for joining us here. And 2 out of the 3 of us will see you next week here on the Real Estate House Party. Have a good week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.